people getting searched by the Mexican government because of the level of violence, how it has been increasing. Because of the level of violence in Mexico, it has increased massively with cartel activity and the wars, and the government of Mexico their homicide rate has gone up. These are the operations that they are doing. This is the exit of the port of entry, the port of exit. Just came from Culiacan, and over there they were influencers. And the influencers and bloggers.
The FBI is on the case of a missing Texas man they say bragged about stealing thousands of dollars from a Mexican cartel and then disappeared just 2 hours later.
Port of entry of El Chaparral. It is the pedestrian port of entry.
CBP-1 is heading in.
I want to show you that you're going to see this all over the place. All over the place. This is what has happened. The president of Mexico has sent a special forces, task forces convoy. Mm-hmm. You can record it if you want.
Okay.
Special task forces convoy. And a lot of this has with the Marines and, special task forces. So these kind of convoys, they're consistent. Like they're not just 2 to 3 vehicles. You see National Guard over here.
Okay.
They're like all the time, going at it. And
with the cartels.
Yes. Well, they're trying to decrease the level of homicides because the cartels over here, what they're doing is the increase of level of homicides is the problem. The confrontations, there's not too much, but they consistently drop bodies. There's a head, there's dismembered bodies. This is the back of the house that they had a tunnel, right? This one, and it connected to one of the warehouses over here.
And how does this work with, I guess I don't understand, if the cartels control a majority of the country, are multiple cartels fighting to control the government, or does one?
No, multiple.
Okay.
Because the one that had the upper hand on the United States was when El Chapo was really powerful, but El Mayo was the actual guy that it was calling the shots. So that guy was the one that it specifically had a lot of connections with. And we know over here in Mexico, Americans, they don't want to realize that there's a lot of infiltration of CIA, FBI, DEA agents over here. A lot of them, they come over here and they negotiate with them. And, that's the way that the business continues. So that's why I have always said to all the people that they come and networks that they come, I've always told them, like, you're not that far away from being as corrupt as the government is corrupt over here.
So I was in, when me and JJ were filming that documentary on Invaded and Traffic, the first films we put out, we went and met a gentleman, I don't want to say his name on camera, but he was ex-CIA, and when we were talking, JJ was talking to him over the phone, he goes, when in your interview, I need you just to do me one favor and ask me why Nancy Pelosi was photographed with this man and who is he? And he goes, and then I'm going to give you a thumb drive, and I don't want to be any part of it, but your editors can choose to do what they want with it. I just need you to bring up this photo. And he ended up getting cold feet, but he gave me the thumb drive. So I have this thumb drive, and it's Nancy Pelosi supposedly with a cartel member in her office when she was Speaker of the House taking a photo. And the Trump administration, like his NIS or the Naval Intelligence, there was a meeting, a round table of some of Trump's higher up people. And this photo was brought up in the meeting, and this was in October of 2020, so a month before he lost the election, right, in 2020. And somebody on that team gave a directive for for one guy to follow that up and investigate on it. So this guy finished this whole report on it. And it's basically how, like, these cartels are laundering money through fake festivals and fake concerts, and they basically rent out or buy a venue and say that they sold out a show there on a Saturday night 6 months ago, and nobody knows but they rack up all the sales, and it's how they're laundering all of their money.
Oh yeah,
and they say that Nancy he was basically saying, when you don't get a cartel member that close to a politician unless you're trying to send a message to the other cartels, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They take that picture, and that's how connected they are, and they use that as basically like a calling sign, or like to advertise that we control these politicians. If you fuck around, we can unleash the U.S. government on you, allegedly. And that's how they're laundering all the money, and then that money makes it back into the political campaigns, because they use Act Blue and all these organizations to basically launder that money back into the Democrat Party.
Yeah, that's
I have the thumb drive. I want to give it to you.
It's a good way to try to
get clean money?
geographically know how they are doing everything. But the cartel has been, just came from Culiacan, and over there they were influencers. And the influencers and bloggers.
The FBI is on the case of a missing Texas man they say bragged about stealing thousands of dollars from a Mexican cartel and then disappeared just 2 hours later.
Eric Tadeo Ramirez must have been a very tough guy, as someone who could muster the courage to steal $50,000 from one of the most notorious Mexican drug cartels. But then, there's a very thin line between toughness and stupidity. Eric was obviously not aware of this line when he felt so confident and proud that he even bragged about his loot to an unknown woman on the phone.
So the Cartel de Sinaloa, Los Chapitos, that is their sons of El Mayos, they have another, another group that is called Chapitza, that is for it's a diminutive of young kids, but it has the last name Pizza. That's why their code is a pizza. And those guys, specifically, they were hiring influencers and bloggers, throwing millions of dollars through their platforms, making them famous, but also, using them for trafficking of women, pulling in, exploitation of women, and doing all these parties. And from there, we'll rent you to go to this one, to this one, and to this one. So when I have said multiple, and they have killed almost 7 now, even the cartel, the opposition, Los Mayos, we're making a bridge right here, I will show you. Even the Cartel Los Mayos, flew an aircraft in Culiacan with, hundreds of thousands of little banners with all the faces of the bloggers and influencers, saying to the population of Culiacan, if you guys follow these influencers, you're going to be in trouble. Don't follow them, because they are money laundering. They're part of the fentanyl. They're part of all of this, so don't follow them. And 7 of them already got killed. And the message is clear. This is why I have said multiple times that under Biden, the cartel grew 2 times bigger in technology. When I mean technology, is not artillery, is not high caliber weapons. It is technology like what they do now. They have record companies. They have artists. One of the faces that it was on that banner, there's a really famous, singer right now worldwide. It's called Peso Pluma. And this guy was on that banner. So they know that they're money laundering through those people, and they're using them to basically money launder a lot of money. So it's not only just when they do these venues and they do these concerts, it's not just to do a venue and a concert that they're money laundering through the artist, but also it's the selling of drugs inside of that venue. It's also the invitation of trafficking of children, trafficking of women. It's a market, so they upgrade on their market. It's really incredible what they have done.
That influencer thing is brilliant, especially because if you make somebody famous, and the girl, I was thinking about just what I've learned in the last 2 or 3 months. It wouldn't take me long to establish a network like Epstein. If I knew I was protected, to get access to these women and get these women to work for you,
it was really easy.
To blackmail. Oh my gosh, I could only imagine the amount of women that these cartels can get from parties with the influencers.
I have told many times to although there's a lot of bad Republicans, but I have told many times to conservatives that they have come over here. If I would have chosen to be a liberal, I would be a millionaire right now.
Yes, you would.
But my principles and what I have gone in through my past and my life have taught me to that's it. What they're doing is just taking advantage and making millions. I could easily have made a little shelter and gathered millions of dollars of funding, and you are going to get what I'm talking about, millions of dollars of funding. You're going to see the shelter that I'm going to take you during the week. That shelter, it is just a community, has a full establishment of a small college for careers, buildings, houses, all kinds of stuff it has. So, it's unbelievable how much money these NGOs have made and how much power they have had over here, man. I was the first one that started confronting them, because I started seeing all these Americans coming over here and what are you doing over here? That's one of my first questions, and it was to an ACLU lawyer back in 2018. I asked her, what are you doing over here? She's like, well, we are helping. I'm like, no, you're creating a riot inside this shelter. You're not helping. They're like, oh, you are extremists, huh? So immediately I started getting categorized like that. And I didn't know that that was a strategy from them, you know, they categorize you immediately. Back in the day, you didn't realize that that was the way that they label you. But now we know how they work.
Operate.
Yeah, now they know.
Now, let me ask you this. So obviously these NGOs, I tell everybody, once an NGO opens up in your town's done. They have so much money coming into one NGO, they're going to buy off your judges, the politicians, local law enforcement. Everything. So how is it the cartels that you think are literally the ones who, hey, grandma, I want my aunt or my uncle or my cousin to open up this NGO, I'm going to fund it, and they're untouchable, or are the NGOs getting killed over here too?
No, they're not. They're not. They're really
cartels.
Well, we have had this, you know, perception that they're really involved with them, and they, you know, that there's no speculation that they're not involved. We know that they're involved with them. Why? Because just where I'm going to take you in a few moments, there was a migrant camp right there. And the liberals from the United States started telling the migrants, don't move, stay here, and bring your tents. So the ones that they brought the tents, a lot of them were the fundings of these NGOs. And the NGOs started bringing all the tents. And they made a migrant camp. And in that migrant camp, they started operating, bringing more clients to the lawyers. And it was just a strategy. It's not just to ask the government of Mexico to help you. No, it was a strategy as their main office to create an epicenter in a crisis, create funding, and from there they started sending all the migrants to one lawyer firm over here.
Yeah, you're making a commission off everyone.
But the thing that started happening, and they knew about it, the NGO, is that late at night, coyotes and traffickers started coming, and they were letting them operate. And the NGO was not complaining to the authorities of Mexico. So it makes you understand that they know that they were also distributing drugs. Also, they were asking for, you know, there was prostitution. Also, there was harassment towards the women. Also, there was trafficking of children. So how did these NGOs did not know that that those people were operating that migrant? So there's that huge possibility that they're working together, that they know, oh, okay, it's like over here, I have said it multiple times, when you go in an open border gap, I'm gonna take you to a lot of them, and you know, you see an NGO in the open border gap and you see the cartel dropping. It's like, how do you not know that there's where the NGO is gonna be specifically put, you know, strategically, so the cartel can drop? And that was another thing that they were charging. The cartel was charging, if you wanted to jump the wall, they will charge you in a specific amount. If you wanted to walk, you know, certain kilometers through the desert, you will actually pay a certain amount. But if you will be accepted by an NGO, they will charge you way more. So they will tell the migrant, oh, you want me to cross you where an NGO is going to take care of you and immediately they're going to process you? Yeah, it costs this much. So they will use that as an advantage. The cartel will use that as an advantage to charge more and to get more funding. That's why the NGOs sometimes they wouldn't move from there.
And it's safe for these girls to be walking out here like this?
Right now, yes. After 8 at 9, it's not recommendable for women to be walking outside because of what has been happening. There has been a lot of missing women, a lot of missing children, and also abductees of men. That, you know, there's a possibility that there's going to be a protest on Saturday of people with missing people, and it's just hundreds of people that they don't get a response from the government of Mexico, and that's actually a big problem over here. We're going to try to go with these collective groups to try to find missing people, and it is just mass grave after mass grave after mass grave. Just recently, one of them just got kicked out in the part of San Quintin that is like around 5 hours away from here. They were going and try to find a mass grave over there, and the cartel went over with a gun and threatening them to get out. And
want the bodies over there.
Just a couple of days ago in La Rumorosa, that is a road really, nationwide known because it was made in a mountain. They just found 9 bodies in a mass grave. So it tells you that this place is really far away from population. There you have no signal right there, internet. It's really, in the middle of nowhere. And that is where the speculation is that the cartel is dropping a lot of bodies.
Okay.
That they're significant people.
I also have Starlink with us, the backpack one that'll mount in your back window. So if we ever need internet anywhere we go, on this trip I got us.
That a lot of these people started complaining that they were building the wall next to their houses, and actually you can see upstairs, like there,
oh my gosh.
like the wall is right there to their houses, next to their houses. Let me just drive a
Now let me ask you this: it seems like the cartels control everything. You don't even open a business or operate a shoe store here without the blessing of the cartels.
A lot of them, they let you operate and they let you make, a certain amount of quantity of money, so your business will be important.
Yep.
And when your business starts flowing and you become a fluent economy, then they will approach you and they will say, okay, now we have known how much you're making. Mm-hmm. And now we know that you're making this amount per month. So we want certain percent out of all that amount.
Okay, so how could an NGO rake in hundreds of millions of dollars in Mexico and operate without the cartel being involved? It doesn't seem like it's, if you think it through, it doesn't seem like it's logically possible or feasible.
No, it is not. So they know how it's, and they know how much they've been operating, and this is the bridge that is being built. But it's really. When you see a massive flow of immigrants coming into the country or coming into a border, the cartel knows that the NGO is going to bring more, so they actually is profitable for them.
Okay, that makes sense. Like
so
mutual partnership.
Yeah, like that. Describe it like that. Mutual partnership.
Yeah, this thing I made out of tires here, huh?
Well, that's how they made a sidewalk.
Cool.
That's how you make a sidewalk.
Man, I'm so excited to show you these mics I got you. I think you're gonna love them.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I just wanted to just go right here. It's been a little while since I have been here.
Is this their territory?
This is like if you're in a house. So imagine there was massive trafficking all the time right here. A lot of these houses, we don't know if they're critically involved or they are, a lot of them, you'll see fancy houses in the middle of nowhere, 3, 4, floors, and you're like, what is this fancy house doing over here? Why they made this really beautiful house on the side of the wall? It's a sample right here, like this construction. Those kind of things are like really weird. Yeah, like cameras all over the place. So that possibly is something that is, it's kind of weird. But it's all guarded by them. Used to walk this place, but now they put all this concertina wire. There's no crossings. I wanted to take you to just see the second layer over here.
Yeah.
And now it looks from here.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna see how it looks all the way down there. Look. So it's this. All of this was controlled by the cartel. All of that.
What is it? Are they building that bridge all the way along the wall?
Yeah, but that bridge, it is going to be vehicles.
Okay.
Yes, it's not going to be people. It's going to be vehicles. So I walked all this all the way over there, and all of these houses, they're, a lot of them, they're part of the, a lot of them they're not. They're normal citizens that they want to do their lives, but a lot of them they started getting offers by the cartel to buy their properties. And the reason why is that they started growing. That's why I say the cartel grew on territory. When I say that is because they started buying properties. And what I mean properties are like, if they will come to this house and they were like, hey, how you doing? Hey, you're not selling your house? And like, well, yeah, how much you're offering? Oh, but it's 50,000. I will offer you 70. Give it to me right now. And they will sell it.
Yeah.
So they will like one here, one there, one here, one here. And all of them, there was stash houses. They will stash migrants, stash drugs, stash kidnap people, all of that. And it's close next to the border. So it's really for them distance, having significant security. So they will not deal with more authorities and paying the authorities more. That will be much better for them. So it's part of just decreasing the level of expense also. It's not just, It's not just because they want to hide. It's to decrease the level of expense, to decrease people not paying more people. Basically, they do it for that. So.
And how long have? Oh shit! I gotta get a battery up.
And and I walk over there. So we're gonna do that during the week.
Cool.
But I wanted to take you first so you can know shelters, where they were, how they were operating, and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Set up. Don't worry about it. We got time.
Yeah, I'm good. I got my camera on, so we're all right. Which way you want me filming that way?
No, it's whatever you want. But yeah, it will be good if you film that way.
All right.
So I don't know if you remember the famous shirts that said "Biden let us in."
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So that's the migrant camp that I'm talking to you about. And that's where all these NGOs started profiting and making hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're going to that area. And that is where CBP-1 was actually the line where they were doing CBP-1 and where they were, waiting to get in. This is a bank for the third age people, so that's just not important. But okay, so a lot of the activists used to hang out here, and a lot of these activists, they were a majority American, but they were in a watch list. Arsony in the United States, a lot of them, they were from Antifa. I confronted the one that Andy No, I think is his name. He had a problem with a guy that had a burned face.
Yep.
Really famous case.
While hearing people chant, "No hate, no fear," I'm suddenly bashed on the back of my head from behind. And from there, I'm a very passive person. I've never been in a fight. It took me a few seconds to realize that I was actually even hitting my head. When I realized what was happening, it was too late. A mob of people, all dressed in black and wearing masks, started beating me with their fists, and some of them used objects to hit me. I don't know how many people were involved. It seemed like 5, 10, 15, or 20. It could have been that many. They beat me so much that I lost control of my GoPro camera that I was holding, which was then stolen from me. And when I thought it was over, I was wrong. I put my arms up to try to shield my face, as well as to signal to them that I was surrendering and that I wasn't there to fight. But that really signaled to them to be more aggressive. So then they started dumping what I believe were milkshakes and eggs, throwing it at my face, which blinded me. So I couldn't see, and I was kicked some more, punched some more, and all this time I kept thinking, where are the police? I could still see the Multnomah County Justice Center in front of me, but no police ever arrived. I eventually stumbled away, bleeding, across the park, and I lost my balance, so I sat down on the ground in front of the courthouse. And from there, a medic SWAT team informed me that in order to get an ambulance to be taken to a hospital, I would have to walk to the police precinct. In other words, walk back in the direction of the demonstrators who just attacked me. Later that night, after arriving in the emergency room, I had a CT scan, which confirmed that I was diagnosed with a brain hemorrhage.
I confronted that guy over here. He was here in Tijuana. I have that video also if you want it. And actually that guy was hanging out over here. It's called the Tunnel House. So right here. Casa Túnel Art Center. It is not an art center. It was a place to house migrants and to wait for them to cross them, I don't know, illegally, or to just take them to the NGO for them to process. You'll see an image of Donald Trump over there. You know, if you want to get outside and record, that's okay, Ryan. If you want to stop and record a little bit or not?
If you want to, but we don't have to, no.
Okay.
Right.
So that's right here. This is the Tunnel House.
And it was a legit tunnel house? That's just what they called it?
No, that's what they called it, but we don't, actually we don't know. So this was an NGO spot, and they were receiving hundreds of thousands of dollars.
What was the NGO name, do you remember?
Casa del Túnel. Oh, no. Sheesh, it was part of the, let me just pull it up. Yeah. It was part of the lawyers that I just told you.
Okay.
So they used to manage all of this. All of this was control, and the migrant camp was all full to all over here.
These were tents?
Tents, all the way over here. It was massive, it was huge. You had almost like 2,500 to 3,000 people right here. And this was, back in 2018, they try to rush the border, that famous, try to rush the border in Tijuana.
Yep.
They try to do that. This is the place that they used to do the migrant camp. We're going to step out and we're going to go over there to record. I want you to get where they used to do the CBP1 and all that kind of stuff. I have done like multiple hits here. This is where they used to do the line right here, the CBP1 right here. And they used to put them right here at a cross. And you have seen multiple videos, famous videos, like they go like ants going up.
Yes, yeah.
That's exact right there.
Oh, that was you and Ben that got that shot.
That's
Dude, that was insane.
This is one of the operations that I'm telling you right here. It's good to get it.
Yep.
It's good for you to get it. This is the exit from the United States, and you will see people getting searched by the Mexican government because of the level of violence, how it has been increasing. Because of the level of violence in Mexico, it has increased massively with cartel activity and the wars, and the government of Mexico their homicide rate has gone up. These are the operations that they are doing. This is the exit of the port of entry, the port of exit from the United States to Mexico. Now you have an operation going out, and also we will go later on for the National Guard going in. These are special forces sent by the president. These kind of convoys, you will see them all over the city, National Guard and the district security, and also you will have Marines with them. They're actually trying to find guns coming from the United States. That's their actual goal, to find guns or something that they're smuggling, or a guy that is running away from the United States to hide over here in Mexico. That actually has been happening a lot of sex offenders, a lot of people that they are child molesters. They have found them right here. They have detected them coming from the United States to hide in Mexico. So that is actually one of the things that is actually happening more now.
And what are all these people walking up here?
They're crossing, that's the port of entry of El Chaparral. It is the pedestrian port of entry.
CBP1 is heading in.
So this used to be the CBP1 line. They used to form right here, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. They used to send them in there like a zigzag, and that is the port of entry of El Chaparral. This port of entry was closed. The government of the United States ordered the government of Mexico to come into an agreement with both of them just to be used by migrants.
No way.
So they closed the access to Mexicans and to also U.S. citizens that wanted to cross. And in the high seasons when they used to, cross more to the United States, it affected Mexicans. Why? Because in December when they want to go to Christmas and all of that, the other pedestrian port of entry was flooded with thousands of people waiting for 4 to 5 hours to cross to the United States, waiting in line, when this one was just operating only for migrants to cross to the United States. So, that's okay. No, that's okay. They take pictures.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the people from here. They want to that's what they do to press. They want to keep as registered. So these are the vehicles that these are Border Patrol vehicles from Mexico. So
do I need my press tag?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you when we need it, possibly.
This guy got a full auto rifle on the back of that.
Yeah, that's National Guard. That's
a 50 cal mounted on the
back.
Yes,
that's how they are walking over here and how they're driving over here in Mexico. Yeah. You will see a lot of these convoys.
They ain't playing around over here, brother.
No, you see one of them in the back also. 2 of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones that they go on the front of the convoy. That's the front man.
They actually get in fights with the cartel with those guys?
They haven't over here, but in Culiacan they do. But over here, they are, always preparing to go into a confrontation. Over here also, they are highly equipped. The cartel is highly equipped. So this is the area that the lawyers from the NGOs used to pull in people. And they closed and they gated this area. Number one reason why, because migrants decided after Donald Trump closed when he became president, closed the app CBP1, and after he closed the app, I want to do something real quick right here. After he closed the app, the migrants stayed here to try to see what they were going to do, but we knew that they were going to take over this place, and they gated this place. So I want to do something right here with the camera.
Yeah.
So this is attention to CBP1 users. This used to be the app, and this used to be the barcode, right? So now if you go right here, you put the barcode, it doesn't work. It doesn't give you a barcode.
Oh,
and
they canceled the link.
And it canceled the link. Even if you try to, well, there you go. It opened a little bit. But
let's see what it says.
Right here, it's not even loading. Last time it said that it didn't work. It says Tijuana Government of Mexico .mx. Let me use another phone. I'll use another Mexican phone.
I got a USA and a Mexico one?
Yeah, well, the USA is from the network.
Oh, okay.
This one is mine. Let's see if, I don't know why it's not detecting it.
That's weird. Those things normally work really easy.
There you go. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So it's just 28 pages of what information. Espacio Red de Conexión Gratuita para Migrantes. It also takes you to a Wi-Fi link especially for migrants. Adopt a shelter. Through the CBP1, you can apply for a humanitarian permit over here, but it's not working anymore. Don't cross through the wall. So it's not the CBP1 anymore. So it's not working. So this used to be a migrant camp. They used to put a massive migrant camp right here. It's where the NGOs used to operate. And all of this, it was, the bad thing about it is that it hurt the economy of the taxi drivers, the people that they live here. They were complaining about the fights, the smell, the trafficking, the coyotes, the shootings, the distribution of drugs. All of that was right here. And the NGOs knew about it, the liberals, they knew about it. Even for me, there was a point that they prohibited me to come in here because I went in a hit with Steve Bannon, and after that, they put a persecution after me. They put a banner right here with my face that don't let him in. He's a white supremacist. So I couldn't come over here to my own backyard. I couldn't even report right here. And also the NGOs appointed several leaders of this camp that they were aggressive. And these leaders of this camp that they were aggressive, they were threatening the journalists over here in Tijuana. So they were going after them, hurting them with their belts or trying to hit them with bat or whatever it was. They were that aggressive. So like out. And they only let in people from CNN, The Daily Beast, Democracy Now!, ABC, National Geographic. All of those people, yes, you can come in, document whatever you want. But if you're coming from Fox, right-wing media, no, you will not be let in. And the activists made sure that you were not going to be let in. So that was just an area that it was controlled by them. Now it's, free zone. So this was CBP1 app, area.
And what area of Mexico is this?
This is Colonia Federal, federal colonia, and it is the port of entry of El Chaparral, and it is La Línea. We call it like that, the border crossing. This is that area. So after that, you wouldn't. Also, I didn't notice this. So over here, they were renting rooms. As you see up here, it says se rentan cuartos.
Oh yeah.
That is renting rooms. Over there, they had apartment complexes for the migrants. All that area, and now it is closed. That place used to be like a little Stash Hotel. You see all banners right there. They're saying rent rooms. So all of those, that was the other market that they were making.
What are
those
these?
Missing people. Yeah.
Oh shit.
These are missing people from Mexico. This is just small tip of the iceberg, man. So they're offering $500,000 to find him. These are all young.
What's the conversion rate on pesos right now to dollars?
$500,000. It is like possibly $150,000, $200,000.
Okay.
Yeah, to find them. There's more on the other side, possibly. It's all taken and removed. More on that side, on the post. Yeah, right there on the top, another one.
I don't think most Americans understand how fucking dangerous it is to do the work that you do over here. I just don't think anybody really understands it.
No.
And then people try to attack you on social media and give you shit. They have no clue.
No, they don't.
I just want to get a piece of most of that.
No, they don't know the dangers. This, back in 2019, they put a banner right here on my face. In all these places.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I will show you a picture of it. They put a banner saying that I was against my own people and beware of me, and those were the activists. Even I confronted them, the video that I sent you, they tried to take pictures of my license plates, and one of them, I went after him, I tried to run and catch him, and I had a friend of mine that he was a police officer, and he was guarding right here. Asked him, like, man, you need to arrest these guys, look what they're doing, and he came and arrested one of them, and the other two went away. But after that, they continued. They've got more missing people right here. So they removed a lot of them because it was all full, like completely full. So I wanted to show you this, Ryan. So we wanted to come over here. Let's go to outside of the shelters and the real bad areas.
All right, do it.